Sweat Equity, the number one business comedy podcast out there. Who tells you more dick jokes? No one.
Penis.
Who gives you more business advice? No one.
Penis.
Who's got that girthy ROI? Who's got that 69 B2B? Who's got that hashtag Sweat Equity?
Weenus.
That weenus voice you hear is Eric Redinger. I'm Law Smith. Catch us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Laughable, YouTube, Facebook, Vimeo, LinkedIn, your mom's Walkman, and those FUPA jean shorts. Yeah. FUPA? Dude, FUPA's just a funny word.
It is.
Acronym,
it's good.
Whatever you want. We're sponsored by Grasshopper. Business phone lines. Try grasshopper.com/sweat. Gets you $50 off your business phone line. Don't have a Google voice number. Don't be a jabroni and try to skimp. Get it to your personal. I've got a Grasshopper app on my phone. It compartmentalizes my personal to my work life. Try grasshopper.com/sweat. Gets you that $50 off, and it kicks a little money over to us as the show. It only works, though, if you go to trygrasshopper.com/sweat. FreshBooks. Man, accounting's crazy. You got your stimulus check, right? Spent it on a jet ski, probably, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Part of one. Half a jet ski.
Almost there. So a couple more Corona
pretty good APR
stimulus
on
checks.
You're going to get that. 24%. It's one of the highest you can get.
You get that Wave Runner. FreshBooks. Go freshbooks.com/sweat. Better than zero. Better than QuickBooks. Go freshbooks.com/sweat. Gets you the hookup. Holla if you hear me on your accounting software. Make them say, Make them say, Go freshbooks.com/sweat. Gets us hooked up as a show. Gets you hooked up as someone who needs accounting software. I just had my friend send me a 1099 for some work I did for her through her FreshBooks accounting software. Go freshbooks.com/sweat. Get your business up to date. Get ahead of flattening that curve. Warby Parker, WarbyParkerTrial.com. Get 5 free pairs of prescription glasses to try on at your place. I'm wearing my Warby Parkers on this show like a turbo dork. People want to hire nerds. Look, get them even if you don't have a prescription. I barely need these. I just want to look.
I know,
like
you're
I'm
always
smart.
bragging about your vision.
Well, I can't see. I get starbursty things, so but I wear it for the show because I'm a corporate
poser.
guy. Yeah, I'm a poser. Yeah, there's no lenses in these things. No, I've got my prescription lenses in these. WarbyParkerTrial.com/sweat gets you 5 pairs to try on at home, and then you can send them all back. If you don't like them, get another 5 pairs to try on. They got sunglasses now. Don't get ripped off by big glasses, big sunglasses, big corporate entity. WarbyParkerTrial.com is that disintermediary. They are a disruptor.
Oh, yeah.
A disruptor.
We're talking about the big corporations, not big sunglasses. Like this
like the novelty ones? Yeah. WarbyParkerTrial.com/sweat. Hooks us up, hooks you up. And as always, share this show. Do a 5-star review. And if you want to talk shit about us, we don't even care. We'll read it on the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay.
What about my sweat equity? Sweat equity. Sweat equity. My sweat equity. My sweat equity.
Oh. Hotty toddy.
What about my sweat equity?
God almighty.
It's not so hotty-totty in here today.
No, we've got AC unit blowing, so if that's picked up on your earbuds,
deal with it.
I think what you'll be able to do in post, fix it in post.
Yes,
should
I
be
hope
fine.
So. We'll see. It's not worth the sweat.
Hey, how many people have died from this virus? Let's look it up.
214,000.
We're doing this April 21st, the day after Hitler's birthday.
You mean 420?
Yeah.
Everybody get high day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that day too. But, I mean, we look at it as Hitler's birthday.
You're dragging me into the Hitler birthday thing.
Well, you look like American History X.
No, not right now. I need a haircut.
So, how many deaths do you think as of April 21st, 2020?
Worldwide?
No, I only care about the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Because look, let's face it, China's not reporting, like they should.
Yeah, and those people are probably dying of more than one thing too.
No, but I mean, like that's the whole thing about them having control. They can do shit like that, and word doesn't get out because you can't. They don't let their people have the real Google.
Yeah,
and like access to anything else. You have to get in a VPN to talk to anybody outside of the country, and then and who knows how. There's a lot of stuff. Is this man made, or is this actually something from a wet market? Who cares? We're not that show to figure this out. But I like
U.S. only.
I check it every day in a morbid curiosity.
You're turning into an old man.
Yeah. I've always been an old man.
I know, but it's getting worse.
Yeah, when my nose and ears just start drooping, that's when it gets bad. Yeah.
So what's the total? I'm gonna say 31,000.
Ooh, you have been good for prices, right? 39.
Okay.
39, 83 as of let's see, this is updated on 420. So, and then 746,000 cases on there. So, my theory from a couple episodes back where, people were panicking that they're treating the contagious part of this like it was the fatality rate. And it's two different things. Now, you got to be in lockdown. That could be higher if you don't have proactive measures because maybe it's not getting to old people as much, where that seems to, be the grim reaper for a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I think about it, it's got to be. It may be old people, but old people and really out of shape people, and that's it's shitty to kind of say, but not really, because if you look at heart disease, that's the number one cause of death, and that's kind of a really blanket.
Yeah. For
hey, you probably didn't take care of yourself for decades.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Well, they always have like the cause of death,
Right.
on a death certificate. It's like heart disease. You might not have died of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the stuff with the coronavirus is like breathing. They're talking about getting respirators and stuff like that. So like it's harder to breathe. You have that much more weight pushing down on your chest.
So what does this have to do? What does us breaking this down have to do with anything? Well, this for the kind of businessy dick joke panache we try to throw out there. Well, we try to look at things logically. I think that's going to help you in anything in the professional world. And the way I look at it is, okay, if all my fat comedian friends have always have talked about having a sleep apnea bit.
Yeah.
It's usually for big. It's either for my dad has one, but he's not fat. He's just a big guy. Right?
Yeah, same with my dad.
He's 6'4", I don't know, 220.
Yeah.
But like.
Yeah, both of us, our dads are like markedly bigger than us.
I know, it sucks. We'll never be able to beat up our dads.
Yeah. Well, I think I could take my dad.
Really?
Yeah, I'd go for his knees.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. If he got hold of me, it'd probably be another.
I think you got it.
I could wriggle free.
That's what I'm saying.
Coming for you, Dad.
He'll possum you.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, fuck. And
yeah.
He's got. That's the thing we don't have yet is that like forearm strength. That's like just crazy.
Right. The grip strength,
but
that's the man strength.
But they're big to the point where that has something to do with compressing their lung capacity when they're sleeping. Plus, you have like bigger guys have the tongue in their mouth kind of stuff a lot of the time too, because they're not sleeping the way they sleep.
Where do you put your tongue when you sleep?
In some assholes. No, but you can like.
But I mean, you get the idea.
You can. I don't understand what the phrasing, but you can kind of like eat your own tongue almost. I don't know. I don't know how that works because a lot of people can wear the bite down stuff.
Yeah, we need to get Dr. Nikki Morgani in here to talk further about the sleep apnea stuff.
Yeah, and my esophageal reflux because I still don't have an answer from her 7 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's so gross.
She's like, "Do you drink sodas like nonstop?" I was like, "I don't drink them ever, really."
Yeah, because you're constantly barfing in your own mouth.
Yeah, and then swallowing it, and I was like, "Oh, that's why I feel like I've had orange juice all the time, forever, my whole life." Okay, cool.
Oh God.
Yeah. That that used to prevent me from running, like jogging at all. Because you used to be like, huh.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not used to it? Can't overcome?
No, I do now. I just go fuck it and you just deal with it, and try not to have as much. Everything's kind of any health oriented stuff, any businessy stuff. It's really all about like at the end of the day, taking a journal of what worked and what didn't.
It definitely helps
Yeah, and
to be paying attention.
and just monitoring that. Like we're talking about people being sexist as shit, but at the same time, it's one of those things that I don't give out health advice anymore. Like I don't give out like you should do this kind of stuff
Yeah.
because everybody's so different. I just go, you should just self-assess, and that's really tough because that's a discipline not a lot of people have.
Nobody wants to be doing that.
Almost no one has that.
Yeah.
So it's really tough at the end of the day to go like, what did I eat? What was the energy level? You know, what did I do? Did I get enough sleep? Those kind of things. The Apple Watch thing could be a game changer if you really think about it.
Oh, I push it. If like, somebody's looking to get in shape, get even a Fitbit.
Right.
Get something on, get it down on paper. Find out how much you're actually moving around. 'Cause
Yeah.
You probably think you're moving around way more than you are, or, it's good to just have that number to be able to look at and be like, well, I need to get there.
Yeah.
So if you can get there, then that's boom, one thing you can mark off your list.
Yeah, and if I'm conscious of it in the morning, I'll be like, all right, I got to make a bunch of calls. Let's see if I can do this while I'm walking for like an hour outside or something.
Yeah. You breathe heavily into the phone. I haven't talked to you in a while.
No. That I save those for nighttime.
Oh.
Those are like, hey.
But it's a good time. It's a good time to revisit the Wim Hof breathing. I mean, that's
very in vogue right now.
Like, if you have powerful lungs and you do get coronavirus, it's a powerful tool to battle.
How do you do it? We've done it on the show, but I mean, it's not like people are going backwards. Well, find it.
Basically, what you're going to be doing is oxygenating your blood by breathing in as much as you can, and then breathing out as little as you can, and then continuing to do that and making your lungs basically bigger in there, make it feel like you're attaining more oxygen. And then once you do that about 30 or 40 times, take a deep breath in, let it out, and hold your breath. And that allows your immune system to respond in a way thinking that it is losing oxygen. And since you've oxygenated your blood, you're able to hold your breath longer. And from there, your body has a response as though it is sick, but it's giving you a nice little boost.
So
that makes sense.
So for those that are not familiar with Wim Hof, he's the guy who can kind of like go up Mount Everest in his boxer shorts.
Yep.
He can submerge under like Arctic water for like 2 minutes or something like that. Maybe further. I don't know. Like, and you do these breathing exercises. I wonder, is it in the same vein as shocking your body with the ice bath stuff?
Yeah, same idea.
But it doesn't feel that way because it's not an instant. It's a almost yoga-ish breathing exercise because I've been doing yoga with the kids.
Good.
Every couple of days we'll do it. They're 3 and 2 years old, so you don't get very far with them.
No.
But there's this crazy British lady that does it with themes of like Moana and Frozen. Sure.
Whatever.
And yeah, it's a matter of time before the boy just jumps on me.
Right.
While I'm down on one foot, and
get
then
blasted in the balls.
And then I wish I had this on video. I get really pissed, so I'm yelling, and we're doing yoga together. It's like the opposite of what.
Namaste.
I'm like, get the fuck off me, because I'll fall over. Like, there's not a ton of room. There's toys everywhere and stuff. So,
yeah.
The breathing exercise they're slow. They feel like yoga in that way, where yoga is all like, extend yourself out, but there's no you got no fast twitch movements in yoga.
Yeah.
Whereas getting in an ice bath feels instant, and us Americans, we like it like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if 2 minutes isn't fast enough, That's the sort of thing. You got to get in there for 2 minutes, let your body respond, let it think you're freezing to death.
Yeah.
Releases those endorphins.
But it feels like you're doing something. The breathing stuff is so slow, I think, for a lot of people that it doesn't feel like anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all of it is just the thing where you're overcoming something in your mind that wants you to stop, and you have to overcome it. I don't know a better way to put it. It's just like, you want to breathe. Okay, can you go 10 seconds longer? You did it. Great. Next time you hold your breath, hold it 10 seconds longer than the last time.
Yeah.
Next time you get an ice bath, do it 20 more seconds, that sort of thing.
Have you looked at your heart rate since you started doing this and if it's a lot lower?
Oh, I mean,
I'm curious to that because you have those athletes that they'll do exercises like this, but you look like, I remember Lance Armstrong was talking about like something, and look, I'm cool with him doing drugs. That all cyclists can do all the drugs they want, by the way.
Yeah.
Like
I should do anabolic steroids.
I say that with MLB
cool.
players. Do as much as you want.
Right.
I want my people roided.
Yeah.
Entertain me. That's my MLB. I want like I want like veins that are so thick that you're like, is this gonna pop?
Right.
Because they're just girthy.
More heart attacks on the field.
Yeah, exactly. So I lost my train of thought now.
Heart rate.
Yeah, is your heart rate a lot lower?
Well, I
kept thinking of King Griffin.
I haven't looked at it. Where he gets a giant head.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it, but I remember posting a screenshot of my watch, I think on Instagram or something, way back in the day, where it was like I had been doing the breathing, and my heart rate went from like at its lowest, like 48 beats per minute, up to like 130 or something crazy.
Huh.
I forget what it was.
So you never got up to like the 150 zone or whatever?
No, not while I'm doing the breathing. I mean, it's, that's crazy. You got to be moving.
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about your min max for the day.
No. I think it was just while I was doing the breathing. I could look it up.
So it gets that high, huh?
Sometimes.
I guess it's probably working a lot harder.
Yeah, you get to a point where your body starts to react to it, and then it speeds up a little bit. It's crazy, man. It's something that they didn't think you were able to do before Wim Hof came along, is like, go through this process, and then something called your auto immune system, auto meaning automatic, and it's like, maybe it's not so automatic.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can work at it.
Yeah, but it's good to check out. Look on YouTube. There's so much stuff on him. Wim Hof, WIMHOF, 6 letters.
Yeah, and if you want to listen to him on Rogan, that's how I was introduced to him, and just thought he was an interesting dude.
Yeah,
he was having beers. It's not like he was a sober lifestyle guru kind of guy. He's just like very pragmatic in his approach.
Yeah.
Which I liked. And he's from Holland. He's
Dutch, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
he's on the Goop Lab on Netflix.
What's that?
Paltrow.
Oh, is that the vagina candle stuff?
Yep.
Oh, when are we coming out with our asshole candles?
I gotta get to the lab.
It has to
Goop Lab.
I was thinking that the top should pucker like an anus.
That's good.
Yeah.
And it burns down to the wick.
Not bad.
Just a wick popping out.
Yeah, I like it. I'm down.
Okay.
And just smell like
get Gwyneth on the phone.
Woo, girl. So I've got some stuff. I was thinking about I've been getting a lot of calls lately, kind of more. So let's say the last 6 weeks, the first 3 of those, basically all my business development work, just 80% of it, maybe 90, just out.
Gone.
Later. B2B business development, just later. We're all pausing. And that's when everybody was like, I guess we're going to shut down offices, work from home kind of mode, right?
Right.
Then the next 3 weeks have been, these previous 3 weeks from right now have been like, I've gotten more calls than like ever, some more legit than others. But what I'll throw out there for anybody listening is that, we're available for that pivot that a lot of people need to do. what you and I got really good about, as far as in the digital marketing or overall marketing world, is that we had to do a lot of stuff on the fly, and so you get really used to being. It's like, a lot of people will be like, how do you go on stage without really writing anything down? It's like, well, I've been thinking about all this shit for a while, so it's not 100% off the dome. It's a lot of stuff where it just kind of comes it's spontaneously, but it's
dormant in there.
Yeah, it's there. It's not like I just like there's no work done before that.
Right.
So I've been trying to go, here's what you can do. Some people I'm just telling, like, here's some resources. I'll just tell you for free how to like pivot your strategy a little bit, marketing wise. But yeah, I'll put it out there on this show that our services are available for a lot of different work that can be done online. And yeah, you want to get your podcast started, you're going to have to be legit if you listen to the last episode or 2 episodes ago.
Why? What did we talk about?
The exposure pay.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Get paid for exposure.
Yeah, don't come at me with exposure. Thank you.
Especially if you're not someone we knew previously.
Yes.
Before.
Right.
Like, you'd have to be kind of a name that we would know of.
Right.
Or have substantial following.
Tom Brady? Okay.
I've been doing a lot of, when you do bids for marketing, you basically end up doing a lot of strategy overall for a client at the same time. So I've had randomly just 3 different bids out there for different franchise models. It's pretty interesting, but it's like, we need it now. And then a lot of hurry up and wait and all that stuff. So
sure. Yeah.
all that. But
it's usually if somebody has another client that they're working with, like if it's an intermediary, they want to be the one to be like, I got it here.
Yeah.
Boom.
One I'm working through
waiting.
someone. The other 2 I'm directly working with them. But and after this episode, I got to email all 3 of them just to follow up. But what's it called? So one thing people can do is Miro, Miro, is a whiteboard, a digital whiteboard where you can look at a lot of different business models. It has a lot of things that I learned in undergrad business and grad school business classes, that you have all these templates. I think it has the Porter's 5-factor model. It has stuff like that. Like,
what's that?
Old school strategy stuff that when you're teaching business 101, you use these models that are just kind of ubiquitous when you take any class back in the day, that now I think people need to reacclimate themselves with.
Yeah.
So like a Gantt chart, right? For project management.
Yeah.
That's something once we took that Asher Strategies test, and it was like, you have a 17 score for project management. I was like, I gotta work on this then. Because that's what I'm never going to scale unless you figure out operations and how to, project manage correctly.
Yeah. That's what's tough about marketing. It's
that test really was like, what do you like to do, or what are your proclivities from your personality?
Yeah, what is your strength?
It doesn't mean you can't do it.
Yeah,
but what were you gonna say?
Well, I mean, with us, when we usually, get with a client and it's on, we oftentimes overextend into operations and like stuff like that, because it's just like, man, if you try and do this by itself, it's not going to be as good unless you get your act together with this or that, just so much stuff that's us.
Yeah.
What was it? Scope creep, we called it.
Yeah.
Always creeping that scope.
Well, that's how it gets there, because I want some kind of third party thing that says, here are the tasks we did, done, time stamped. It's irrefutable. It's not, you can't argue with me about it.
Right.
It's been laid out. And at this point, I try to look at it, what's going to make me less frustrated later.
Yeah, exactly.
And part of it's me. Part of it's knowing that, the deals I'm working on these, they eventually might be a hybrid of, getting paid in some kind of partnership percentage, or a rev share split or something. But at the same time, and those are stressful, because those are like, I'm always like, how am I getting fucked on this?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I look at it like I have to be cool with what the pay is straight with that deal.
Right.
You dig?
Yeah.
And so I was going over stuff, and it's interesting. I haven't had to field a lot of like technical questions in a couple months, like 6 months. Like I've my website skills, or just able to answer stuff on the fly.
Going away.
I haven't done it as much,
Yeah.
and so I spent a lot of time last night looking up like, should I do a multi-site through WordPress or Squarespace? Blah 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 blah. blah. Turns out Squarespace is fine.
Usually is.
Yeah, we need to be
Squarespace, sponsor us.
I know we need to be.
What is taking so long?
We need to be experts too on there. By the way, I don't. But you have to have 8 sites in the last year that go from trial to paid, but you have to initiate them, not your clients. Does that make sense?
The site itself, just start a new site?
Yeah, so just
Okay.
like we normally do, we would initiate a site and get it going, and then they'll put their billing in.
So
But I
that's a
don't know
new
if
thing? Expert level?
Yeah, and then you can put
'Cause I'm a Circle member.
we have to be that too.
Okay.
But now they have a directory listing. They used to only have like 20 Squarespace experts on a directory. Now I just saw it expanded.
Okay.
And then I found a really great SEO article that basically says, debunks the WordPress for Squarespace stuff like that.
Yeah, and recently, I mean, Squarespace is, with their SEO stuff, has stepped it up in terms of like the interface, allowing you to directly input SEO information
Yep.
and that sort of thing. It used to be you would hide metadata inside pictures
Yep.
and that sort of thing, but now they have it right laid out, pretty straightforward.
That was one of the things with image compressing and stuff. So your site, loads quickly on mobile, but also you're getting that metadata in there, and it's important that you name the file. Because one thing I did read that was a good stat is 1/3 of all Google searches are image searches. 1/3? That seems crazy, dude.
Yeah, that seems really high.
But no, I believe it.
I mean, I guess,
Here's one thing a lot of people don't know is that the reverse image search on Google Image, I was trying to find I didn't know I had a ceiling fan in the room I'm in right now that has a remote. Not this room.
You
the
said
room
right now.
I'm staying in.
Okay.
And so temporarily in baby mama's house, watching the kids, helping out.
How's that going? I'm just kidding.
Fine.
Let's move on with the fan.
Fun. So there's a fan in the room, a ceiling fan that I can't find the brand on it. So I just took a picture of it, reverse searched it, so I could find where I could get a replacement remote.
That works?
Yeah, bro.
When I hear reverse image search, I think, okay, here's an image that you have.
I uploaded it.
Find where this image came from, if it came from somewhere else on the internet.
It got me within striking distance of. You put a couple filters in, but it got me in striking distance.
No shit. I guess that's
because
pretty
it's
good.
3 blades. It was curved. I was like, this is probably a cheap Walmart overstock, and it was overstock.
There you go.
So it's Cozy, CO-Z. That's the brand. And then when I looked up the company, it looks like a shell corporation. So great. So they're probably Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those do.
Um,
They make all our stuff.
Yeah, and I talked to someone. If everybody's freaking out, this is kind of a hodgepodge of topics today, but I talked to someone in building construction where I was like, "Are we going to hit that 2009 era where I see a lot of cranes in the sky?" We've said this on the show for a while now. Like, we don't know there's another recession coming, but what's the bubble going to burst? Is it another subprime mortgage? It turns out it's probably going to be this COVID thing. But building construction really hasn't stopped that much, honestly.
It's crazy, man.
The things that have stopped have become because of cash flow issue, not because of labor issue. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So about 10-15% down probably for all building construction, but everything else.
Yeah, that's sometimes when I feel like I'm freaking out over global warming or something, I'll look around at the giant buildings being built and be like, well, these giant corporations don't like to waste money.
Yeah.
Would they be building these buildings if they didn't have some kind of plan in place for 4 inches of water around our ankles or something? Don't take this away from me.
No, but I don't think Miami's going to be underwater in 20 years. I think that's absurd. And here's the thing with that makes me mad.
From all of your geological research, right?
Well, a lot of predictions are wrong. How about that? That's a salacious one, right? That's not exciting. It's exciting to talk about that. Ooh, part of Florida is going to be underwater in 50 years. Okay, I'll probably be dead.
15.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll be dead.
Well, I'm going to 69 my way to death at 69. I think that's the way I'm going out.
Pretty badass way to go out.
And then it has to be in the obituaries.
He wanted to
69
himself to death at 69.
Yeah. On 6/9.
On 6/9, June 9th,
yeah,
2069.
Just a shade before his 70th.
Does that work
birthday.
out? Does that math work out too?
So that would be interesting. Like, just, man, my grandpa went out.
My grandpa died.
Doing what he loves. Smelling asshole and eating pussy.
Newsflash, asshole!
So my thing was like, that prediction's salacious. That's why it's fun. It gets around. It's like the misinformation, disinformation. Your fucking neighbor tells you about this COVID shit, and you're like, no, that's not. No one said that. You're making shit up. Like,
It is crazy. I mean, like, just if somebody was trying to just feed information in from all sides and just muddy the waters as much, it's like it's done. Like, we're there. Like, it's already, people are like, I don't believe the news. I don't believe, and it's like, man.
And like,
tough to argue sometimes.
You know who buys the recycling stuff? I think like recycling is like almost a sham at some point, because you have to have someone who buys it.
Right.
And China buys it. They don't need it as much anymore.
Yeah.
And so my thing with the global warming stuff is, it's not the studies that I have seen, because I have got my shit pushed in an argument about this,
and
then looked it up, was China, India, these Russia, big industrialized companies, they contribute way more than weed can. So it's like, what you're doing on a civic level, on a micro level, it's nice. It might be good for your community, but it's not going to put anywhere near a dent in what needs to be done.
For sure.
Yeah. So
it's not, that works.
So that's an optimistic
still fits in my
way to end this episode.
Yeah.
Just think of your life as trying to contribute to the global warming process, or climate change, as we've now rebranded it, and you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Have fun, guys.
What about my sweat equity?
SweatEquityPod.com, if it even matters.
My sweat equity. My sweat equity.
BetterHelp.com if you need that. Did I scare you? You went, ooh.